Ciao, buonasera. Thank you for tuning in to the Mingia show. My name is Mondo. I'm your host. You know, people, I must be some sort of stunad or something. Every week I tell myself the same thing. Don't go out on Sunday. You don't want to deal with people. You don't want to see people. You don't want to talk to nobody. Right? But what do? Like a meatball, I don't listen to my own self, and I go out anyways. And I'm telling you, people, in my town on Sundays, it's like bring your kid out to the store day or something. Mingia, every freaking store I have to go into on Sunday, somebody's got their kids in the store running around, yelling, screaming, putting their greasy hands on every glass window and plate you can imagine. Alright? Now, before I continue, let me back up and explain something. Saturday's my one-day-a-week job, okay? I work in the busiest, craziest restaurant in the city, okay? And it's loud, people, let me tell you. About halfway through the shift, I got a throbbing headache like you won't believe. It's like somebody's following me around with a lead pipe in the back of my head. Bing, 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 right at the skull, you know what I mean? And my head is throbbing. So, in the meantime, all these people are like, hey, Mondo, try some of this wine. Hey, Mondo, I made this myself. Try some of this, okay? Before you know it, people, I got like about 8 glasses of wine stashed around the restaurant, right? And every time I turn a corner, I grab a glass, take a sip here, take a sip there. Fangul, you know what? I get a little stunad after a while, and it makes my headache worse. And I can't focus on the job. So, I can't wait for the shift to end, okay? And now, the shift is coming over, and we gotta clean up the place. There's paperwork to be doing, you know what? And my head is going crazy. And guess what, people? The kitchen crew, right? They're cleaning up too, but they gotta blast this wrap stuff. Fangul, where did this come from? I mean, it drives me up the wall. It grates on my nerves, people, like you won't believe. And now my head is like this, okay? So, I finish up and get the heck out of there, and I barely make it back to my car, okay? Now, when I get home, I'm still wound up, right? I gotta have yet another glass of vino, mingia baba. So, I barely make it in bed by 3 a.m. every Saturday, okay? Now, I doubt you got the better picture of why I shouldn't go out on Sunday, okay? The last thing I need is noise. Alright, and I wake up Sunday morning with the same throbbing headache, like the guy's been waiting for me all night, the guy with the lead pipe, you know what I mean? The babine, babine in the back of the skull. So I take an aspirin, and that don't work, and I get situated. Now I finally make it out the door Sunday afternoon to do a little shopping, you know what I mean? And I go into the store, and there's these parents with this one kid, okay? And she's running around the store, putting her hands everywhere, yelling and screaming like it's freaking Disneyland. People, you know how dangerous that is? You know what the parents are doing? They're in some other part of the store looking at canned goods off the shelf. A fangul. Who do I backhand first, the parents or the kid? I mean, do I got to bring duct tape with me and put them over the kid's mouth so I can have some peace and quiet? You know what I mean? I'm telling you. Then guess what, people? A employee comes out of the warehouse with a big pallet jack full of stuff, okay? And this thing looks heavy, right? This kid's following it like it's going to be a ride. She's trying to hop on this thing. I start sweating bullets, people. I'm picturing half of this stuff falling over and crushing this poor kid, okay? Well, I admit that that's one way to shut her up. But you know what I mean? It's still not that good. All right, and I'm like, Mingia, you know how dangerous that is? And these parents don't even give a hoot. They're probably waiting for the kid to get hurt so they can sue the freaking store. It's probably how they make their income. So, now that my camera light just shut off, I hope you could still see the show. And anyways, people, that's why I get aggravated and I get the agita every time I leave my freaking house, especially on Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. That's the Mingia show for this time. This is Mondo signing out. Arrivederci.